Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Pass to Duren. The shot comes out. Some solid defense from Bamba. And here are the Jazz. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Now here's Wagner. Going inside. The kick out to Williams. And another miss by Utah. Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Will Hardy.
I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
And Allie, thank you for that.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Showing some strength on that bucket. Murphy getting better at fending off contact.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Here's the pick. To the wing on the left. 5 to shoot. From downtown. The rebound by Detroit.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Now Thompson, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game.
Flying high, Ausar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Driving in. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is, too.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Timeout, timeout. The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And the Pistons making a change here. Screen by Bamba. Inside. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
That is what I'm talking about.
Wow. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And wow, coming from Cade, that's good stuff.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Well, Brent, we've seen Trey Murphy grow into a prototypical 3-and-D wing.
Well, what's been most impressive, BA, is you thought it was just his shooting. That's been better than advertised. He's also starting to show you he can rebound, run the floor, and defend a little bit. So the package is a little bit bigger than it was once thought of with Trey Murphy coming out of the NBA draft. Well, you combine the handles and the passing and the vision of Cade Cunningham at that size, it makes him such an intriguing player.
The Pistons leading. .152 left in the first. And stolen by Williams. to the paint. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
And that's what you get with Cunningham running the show.
And so it's Utah with it, following the score by Detroit. Here's Filipowski. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Here's Cunningham. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now, 3 for 3.
And that's some force coming from your 6'7", 6'8" point guard. That's tough to stop.
And it's Murray off the drive.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Moiso. And he buries his first look.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Murray. There's the drive.
What a finish by DeJounte Murray. Wow.
And Clarkson, here we go. Here's Holland. No points yet. And a nice finish on the layup.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
They set the pick. Here's Murray. Detroit with a rebound.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Lays it up and banks it in.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Detroit. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be back in a moment. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Holland gets the bucket. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said this team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you. Wagner. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And Wagner is a very efficient scorer in the painted area.
Pass to Holland. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. The rebound by Filipowski.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Wagner outside. Here's Hendricks. Murray from outside. That shot is off. All right, Brent, what do you see in Isaiah Stewart's game?
Well, coming in, he's always been that junkyard dog mentality, right? Try to play physical, rebound, bump guys around. But there's a little bit more to Isaiah Stewart in the way that he can shoot the basketball, expanding his range and knocking down some three-pointers. So some flexibility and some creativity on the offensive end. But he's not the guy that you want to give a wide-open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Detroit shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. That free throw no good.
Melissa, taking 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. Jazz trail by 9. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And there's the screen. 5 on the clock. Pass to Bamba. The 3 is up. And it's Murray with the 3. Murray's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Typically, Murray likes to get that shot off while he's dribbling, but in recent years, working on that catch-and-shoot situation.
And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Holland. Puts it up off the inbound. From behind the arc. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And so Murray will bring it up for the Jazz. They trail by 6. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Shot clock at 5. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Clarkson with the ball. Checked by Murray. Got a hand on it. And they're able to recover. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Sends it home with some pep.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Pass to Bamba. To the middle. It's tipped. It's stolen by Clarkson. To the inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, a combo guard who can do a lot of things decently well. Jordan Clarkson, solid at dishing that rock.
Both teams will make substitutions. Jazz trail by 9. Pass to Bamba.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Outside Murray. Brent, what's something you've seen from Murray's time in San Antonio to now?
Well, there's been no stoppage, BA, of the type of work that DeJounte Murray puts in. He's had to learn a new system, but he's adapted to that, and he continues to play both ends of the floor to make an impact.
And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Yeah, there's some elite two-way talent here with Thompson. Unbelievable play.
Williams on the wing. Screen by Bamba. Down low. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Now that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Pass to Williams. Sends it home from three-point land. Williams has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Hill. And he makes it on the layup.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Now here's Murray. He's got 12. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
To the paint. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Cunningham on the wing. Thompson outside. Ivey outside. 4 on the clock. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
And something Ivey continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Here's Murray. It could go. And so it's the Detroit Pistons in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Jazz trail by 13. With the drive. Wide open look. Duren with a rebound.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
Here's Thompson.
Stay out of the way!
Wow!
Yeah, if Ausar is anywhere near the hoop, he's got one thing on his mind, and that is jams.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Hill with it. 6 points for him. The shot off that time. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Simone Fontecchio, a name some may struggle with, but as well as he's played, get to know it. Actually, his teammates nicknamed him Tech. He said, when I first got to the NBA, they started calling me that, and I was like, guys, I don't like it. No one's ever called me that. But then it stuck to me. Now I like it. Brian?
Yeah, now you have to like it. All right, great story, Allie. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. 15-point game. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. That's the first of a 3-game trip out on the road for them.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Count it. Cunningham's got 14 points.
And Cade doing a great job of figuring out how it is that he's going to stay this efficient.
To the right side. 6 on the shot clock. To finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Wagner outside. Shoots over Hill. And it's Wagner missing.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
That one drops for him.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Duren. Off with the layup. Jazz trail by 17. Screen by Bamba. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the 3 off target.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Wagner on the wing. There's the three. The rebound by Detroit.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Hill. Pass to Holland. Outside, Hill. On the wing, Thompson. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Jazz trail by 20. 1:41 left in the third quarter. And it's in there. He's got 12.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
To the inside. .114 left in the third. Left side Murray. Clock at 6. And he converts the layup. Murray's got 14 points for the game.
And it feels like DeJounte Murray's working at the post office right now because there's stamps of him all over this game.
Here's Holland. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And you have to love the focus. He gets hit, but converts it anyway.
And the Pistons making a change here. Jazz trail by 19. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Murray. 14 points for him. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far. Moiso. Here's Holland. .24 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Clarkson. The rebound by Filipowski. And it's Utah with the ball. Trailing by 17. Pass to Murray. Three-pointer. No good there. Moiso. And so it's the Detroit Pistons looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzz.
The Pistons, 58.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Detroit leading by 17. Second shot opportunity. Inside. Cuts off the pass. And he's going for the oop here.
Oh, incredible! Save that one. I want to watch it again.
Awesome. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pistons.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace, and that's produced some easy scores.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Moiso. Rebounded by Juzang. Jazz trail by 17. Back to Murray. From deep. And scoring. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
You would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
And the shot goes.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Jacks up a 3. Juzang, that's good. Juzang's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. So both teams changing it up here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. And they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Jazz trail by 13. Pass to Wagner. Out left to the wing. Outside Murray. Murray is doubled. And here's Wagner. Shot clock at 6. Here's Holland. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
And really showing the athleticism. Flying solo.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
Sinks it from distance.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The Pistons lead by 12. Out to the wing. They set a pick. Moiso. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Jazz trail by 12. Wagner for 3. Clarkson grabs a miss. Pass to Holland. Rebounded by the Jazz. And they go to the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. So both teams making some changes here. Screen by Bamba. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Cunningham. He's all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And Cade Cunningham has his fingerprints all over sequences like that.
A minute 50 left in the game. 6 to shoot. And Cunningham pulls it down. And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Hill for 3. Goes back up. Here's Duren. Oh, just couldn't take the lid off. They had the chances. Came up empty. Outside, Williams. Wagner on the wing. Wagner on the wing. Drops in the layup for 2. Wagner's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Pistons.
Simply taking better care of the ball may have made all the difference.
Yeah, and then on the defensive end, they kept the pressure on and forced a number of miscues.
Looking at this year so far, this will make 22 wins for them.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Cade Cunningham.
I have to say, he was totally unleashed tonight, flying up and down the court, helping out however he could. He made a big impact on both ends.
Detroit with the ball, leading by 12. Ivy outside. The three from Thompson. And the dunk by Duren. So we see the Pistons taking the W here. Boy, a nice win.